Welcome to a new daily top Askreddit video. Today's topic.
Reddit. What outrage over a celebrity was way overblown? Michael Phelps ripping a bong. Literally some of the cleanest, best lungs on the planet to process the smoke. Built-in high-capacity industrial strength HVAC system in his body. I think Seth Meyers said it best. Dad, Michael Phelps is smoking weed. Does that mean I can? After you win 8 gold medals, sure. That Seth Meyers rant might be my single favorite SNL bit ever lol. If you go to a party, and Michael Phelps is there, and you see him ripping a bong, and you take a photo, you're the asshole. I liked Stephen Colbert's take. Kids, the lesson here is to never share your weed with someone who has the lung capacity of a dolphin. Daniel Tosh, I don't know what's more ridiculous. That we loved him for being a swimmer or that we hated him for smoking weed. TBH, I had forgotten this. They say weed can cause short-term memory loss. Also, I've heard weed can lead to short-term memory loss. No, that's an urban legend. I'm pretty sure it just causes short-term memory loss. Janet Jackson's wardrobe malfunction. I remember seeing something about the letters that the FCC received complaining about that. It led to regulatory changes on broadcasters, so it was a pretty big deal. After the dust settled, some journalists through a Freedom of Information Act got their hands on the complaints, and it turned out that if you lumped all of the form letters that were sent at the behest of some mega church together, there were very few complaints outside of it. Somewhere around a dozen IIRC. That is a tactic many mega churches and cult-like religious organizations do as a means of forcing their views of morality as well as gain control. It was confirmed a while back that Janet's blackballing from the industry was literally just Les Moonves' initiative. I recall the malfunction being something of a punchline even at the time. See Chris Rock's Jackson's Gone Wild, bit from Never Scared, but not really seen as a potential career ender. I still don't quite understand how this was considered Janet Jackson's wardrobe malfunction. And not Justin Timberlake ripping her top off. Yeah, she got all the flack and no one said shit about him. Either they're both blamed or shut up about it. And seeing a nipple for 0.2 seconds on TV isn't that big a deal. Kids have access to way worse stuff elsewhere. I'd rather kids see women's nipples than movies with people getting their heads blown off. Sinead O'Connor calling out the Catholic Church over the abuse of minors. How dare she? I recently did a couple weeks long deep dive on the Catholic sex abuse scandal. And holy shit, that scandal is way worse than I ever realized. It even led to murder in some cases to silence people. The church is run more like the mafia than a religious organization. I'm Irish, and if you want a horribly accurate example of life under the church, look up the mother and baby homes. Literally murdered hundreds of children and buried them in church grounds. Check out the Magdalene Laundries and the Tomb Baby scandal if you haven't already. It's insane. The dude you're getting Adele guy being a stoner. I mean, duh. I could see that from a mile away. Weird. I always heard weed was a gateway drug. Slow clap for the elder millennial. Howard Dean's scream. He was giving a talk to motivate his campaign workers. Was looking for this. A little extra context that illustrates how fucking stupid the whole dust-up was. From Wikipedia, the Dean Scream was a speech delivered by Vermont Governor Howard Dean on January 19, 2004 at the Val Air Ballroom in West Des Moines, Iowa. That night, the presidential candidate had just lost the Iowa caucus to John Kerry and wanted to reassure his supporters. He listed states he would win to a raucous audience before screaming, "Yeah." Quote, within 4 days, it was broadcast 633 times on national news networks and cable channels. The audio used in the airings of the scream was from Dean's unidirectional microphone, which decreased the volume of the background noise to the point where only Dean's voice was audible. This did not reflect the actual volume of the room that night, as the crowd was extremely loud. So they soloed his damn mic and then broadcast it ad nauseum until he was dead and buried. Great reporting, assholes. Great reporting, assholes. You mean the media, after getting the not too subtle messages from the corporate masters, killed the most progressive candidate in the race? Say it isn't so. Not exactly a celebrity but became one as a result. 1996 Summer Olympics security guard Richard Jewell. He discovered a backpack bomb at a 1996 Summer Olympics venue in Atlanta and helped evacuate many people before it exploded. The FBI and then the media accused him of planting the bomb. https en.wikipedia.org/wiki/Richard_Jewell. Yeah, it was basically the media doing the 1996 version of what Reddit did with the Boston Marathon bombings. We did it. Reddit. When I first read about this, my heart bled for this guy. Can you imagine the extreme pride he felt being a hero? This is a childhood dream come true, and all he was trying to do was his job. Then to have it all come crashing down around you because nobody likes an undeserved hero. The FBI, the media, the people all around him abandoned him. My eyes well up when I think of that perp walk because he literally thought they were taking him to ask him more questions about how much of a goddamned hero he was. Absolutely. I don't think people realize just how many people would have been standing near that backpack if it went off unfound. It would have been the Boston bombing, pre-Boston bombing. He prevented that, and that's a huge fucking deal. Even still, he went on to become law enforcement elsewhere. He wanted to change the perception of police, so he spent a great deal of his meager salary on Beanie Babies. At the height of the craze, to pass out to children he came across. He delivered a baby on the side of the road once. The sheriff that hired him caught some heat for it, but he stands by the decision as one of the best he's ever made. And I have to agree with him. Richard may have been a quirky guy who took things a little too serious at times. But he would have given any of us the shirt off his back if he could, because helping people is all he ever wanted to do. Richard is a goddamn hero, and that fact deserves to be brought up in every conversation where it fits to undo the nasty damage the media did to his name. Agreed. They even made him do a perp walk on national TV. Poor guy. Edit. I apologize, I'm losing my mind. They didn't do a perp walk. As a mea maxima culpa, below is an unblocked link to the NYT story about him. Sorry. https www.nytimes.com/2019/12/13/movies/richard-jewel-bombing-atlanta.html. Unlocked _article_code equals DP53CNPG9DJQPYHRBVDCHY_ZH8ZKA9DZDCNM4XCWWK_BWJU9HG0 with KWGKEKM0MZBAMQM9SN7E. JTLM11FW0P Falcon PEP 2EYAXEHQH030SG PYAY BHKVJUPMIRBU5KQ3W1BD10PMBZ0F4NS_GUMPW_GUMP6W6JXYZLTV. XRUPVRYYUMZAIPDH2TXQLTCGJXN17MLSXFCOZUV-BA0PT-LCDGXRLH6GC3 GIJAZZ-VAVMAL7E9GDGRXA _504ISON6VPMEQP. CLI 10HLCRTR3H1H CAVMOS DFZ0OWVYPRMVLG80JFVZ5PYPDCAKZ2TH _UCROV MQ1E1Y3WXEs4DY and SMIT equals reshare. One of the worst cases of he who smelt it must have dealt it in history.